Femi, what can you tell us right now about side and total movement for Florida and Auburn game coming up, first game on Saturday?
Yeah, we're 2.5 across the board with the side, but there was a little bit of movement, actually. A pretty sharp sportsbook not too far from me here in Las Vegas went to 3 earlier this afternoon, and it quickly got bet down to 2.5. So we have now seen that, and it's pretty obvious, the line hasn't moved a whole lot since we knew this matchup was the matchup Sunday afternoon. So, if there was ever going to get to 3, it was going to come right back down to 2.5. So we are 2.5 across the board, but we did get to 3. So just keep an eye out for that. If you do like the Auburn Tigers, maybe we get some more Florida money the closer we get to tip-off. With the total, though, that has actually leaned a little bit to the under. It opened 162.5. They're now betting it under. It's now 160, and I believe there's even some 159.5 as well. 159.5 is the consensus number, and that is the number over at BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. So the under is getting bet, and then whenever Florida gets out to 3, Auburn immediately gets bet. So we are hanging out 2.5 across the board.
I can't wait to bet Auburn.
Yeah. The money line's up to plus 1. Oh, it's 130 now, but there's 135 out there. So I'm just waiting to bet the money line.
Everybody's forgotten, right?
Been saying it since before the tournament started. They're the forgotten
They
one
forgot
seed.
about Auburn.
They did.
We need a doctor, they forgot about Dre. They forgot about Auburn.
Nowadays, everybody
right?
want to talk. They got something to say. Nothing comes out when they move their lips. It's a bunch of gibberish. Because people act like they forgot that Auburn was going to win the title.
They forgot that Auburn was going to win the title. They forgot. Well, they're not. Duke's going to win the title. But Auburn gets it done. I'm hoping that we get a plus 3, please. And if not, I don't even care, honestly. I'm going to bet Auburn to win. It's actually, as the week goes on, I've got Duke already. And Femi's going to give you the side and total market for Duke Houston in a minute. I've already got Duke to win. I'm betting money lines throughout the week. I have the Edmonton Oilers tonight into Duke. I have UConn women from Monday night with Auburn and Duke. I've got a bunch of stuff. Things rolling into Duke. You could have had it all. Roll it into Duke. That made Femi laugh. There's a little Adele for everybody on a Thursday.
Yeah. Next album.
I love Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm with you.
Auburn on Saturday. What about Duke and Houston?
Duke and Houston, the side has remained static, sitting at 5. We were 4.5 earlier in the week. Duke got bet out to 5. There was a couple, BetMGM has 5.5. So if you like Houston, make sure to go do it at BetMGM. But 5 is your consensus number, and maybe BetMGM is giving us a little bit of an indicator about where we might be headed Saturday night, because I'm anticipating that a lot of recreational bettors who've been betting this tournament, everybody's been hearing about how the chalk has been winning, how the money line parlays have been getting home. I feel like there's going to be enough liability and enough people with an appetite to bet the Duke Blue Devils. So if you like Houston, I think your strategy is to wait. If you like Duke, 5 is probably going to be as good as it gets because the team is just too good. The rating is too high for this to come back down to 4.5, in my opinion. With the total, though, that's where my interest is with this game, because I think Duke's going to win. They're priced like they're going to win the game. No real betting value there for me. But the total is where we're really seeing some movement. This was 137. Now we're down to 136. So there's still a 136.5 at BetMGM. That is where I will be betting the under in this game. I think both of these defenses are really top-notch. I think Duke's the best defense. I think Houston's the second best defense. And Duke is really good offensively, but they haven't really seen a physical style of defense like Houston. And then Duke is also going to push Houston's offense out to the perimeter where they like to live, but those are also going to be contested shots with Duke's length and versatility and athleticism. So I like the under, and the under is getting bet. We're as low as 135.5. So I'm going to go ahead and do this at BetMGM where it's 136.5.
Anything? Do you think you'll have the bet on the side of the game or no?
No, I'm just going to bet the total with that one. I think Duke's going to win. I mean, if I had to bet the side, someone says you must do this, I would lay the 5. But, I mean, they're going to win. I expect them to win the game, but I like the under, so maybe lower possessions, lower scoring. Maybe it's a little bit trickier to cover 5, but that's where I'd actually bet it, though.
How much do you like Auburn on Saturday?
Scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 9.5, I think. I really like Auburn on Saturday. Like Auburn.
I'm trying to think what's a 10? A couple years ago during COVID when they had that fake race and we knew Secretariat was going to win and you can only bet $100 on it, and I won $100 because I had the results. That's a 10. This can't be a 10 if that's a 10.
Yeah. 10 to me. 10 is like Duke to win the region. Or in that bubble tournament or whatever, not bubble tournament, but I mean, it was, I guess. Like Gonzaga to win the region that year when they were the 1 seed and they blitzed through everybody when they were undefeated. Like, that's like a 10 where I'm just like, I feel like I just made this bet and I'm just waiting a couple of weeks to get the money. That was Duke to win the region this year.
This isn't that. This is not that.
No, this is not that. No. I mean, like, we're not far. We're not in the neighborhood, but we're in the city. At least. We're in the city with that. I like Auburn a lot.
It scares me how much I like Auburn.
This is my team. I'm going down with them. You know? Saying it all year.
In an earlier rounds?
Sugar, we're going down swinging, baby.